It is happening again.
Hey everybody, I'm live and stuff, and I'm falling down a video tunnel. Woo! Anyway, I forgot to bring up my live window to make sure everything's going okay. That was my opening theme, and I got a stream warning that the encoding was not good enough, so that it might have stuttered and looked really weird. But let's find out. I see one person is in the chat. It's Mr. Idea Box. How did it look? He says, haha, so rad. Trying to point. Hey, well, welcome to Indecisive Device. I'm Greg, and this is a cool little show where we draw and talk about nerdy things and do fun stuff. And this is probably my third stream. I'm still trying a lot of things and just making sure that all the equipment is good. And yeah, hopefully it's all working pretty good for you out there. I have to say, last week was kind of rough. I did some fan art as chosen by my patrons, and as I was drawing, I was just having a rough go, and honestly couldn't do what I wanted to do. I felt like I bit off way more than I could chew. So to make up for it, what I'm going to do is I finished that piece from last week, from last Friday, off camera, and it is all ready to show. Tonight we're gonna color it. So we're gonna use ProCreate again on my iPad Pro, and we're gonna go through all the steps of how I set up kind of a comic style multi-layer file kind of thing. And hey, Lieutenant Legs, an Idea Box. I know your real names. Maybe I shouldn't say them. Anyway, enjoy each other. Digital Dan. All right, so last week we drew this guy. Let me get ready to switch over. So last week the theme was chosen by my patrons, like kind of 90s X-Men themed. And we had a three-way tie between Psylocke, Jubilee, and Wolverine. And so instead of picking just one, I kind of did multiple things. And what stuff? I'm reading the thing. Also, I have to mention, I'm being my own moderator tonight as well. I am experimenting with the levels of bad language and all the other things that people can't say. And every time anybody says ProCreate, it was blocking it in the chat. So now I approved it. So the word ProCreate is no longer threatening and scary. So it is allowed. So you can say ProCreate all you want, guys. Awesome. It is available. All right, let me switch over to the draw cam. Oh wait, I'm already there. I was pointing at the wrong screen. So if I was waggling my finger, strangely, that's why. So this is what we came up with. We've got Jubilee. They're all playing PlayStation, and we have Psylocke, and she's cheating because she's psychic, and you can't really win against somebody who's psychic, even if you've never played that game before. So there is the kind of finished scene. I'm going to go back to the little time-lapse replay we have. So this is what we did last week. It's a little recap. Previously on Indecisive Device. This. Yep. Did some sketching, did some revisions, catching up on the chat. Gotta allow some things that ain't naughty. There we go. So redrawing and redrawing making new layers. And this is where I just got really hung up redrawing and redrawing. I'll skip forward a little bit. I think last week we got about here, literally just right here, floating torso and half a face. So off camera, I did the rest of this. I'll just let this play for a little bit. My chair likes to settle into this little groove in my little carpet protector. So even if I want to sit someplace else, it just kind of puts me there. Well, cool. It's Friday. There's people like watching and stuff. It's crazy. Everybody eat some good dinner. I know somebody had some idea box. You had some ramen, or you're eating it currently. I want to hear about all your food. Okay, now I finally have my windows set up. I was too concerned about starting on time this time. I was still late, and I didn't set up my other little preview window. All right, back to the time lapse. So when I was drawing Psylocke, I was really, I picked kind of a tough angle for someone sitting on their knees like this. It was kind of odd for me. I couldn't quite figure out if the arms needed to be longer or where they would sit. So I redrew that part. And I think last week I was told that if you didn't tell me it was Jubilee and Psylocke, I would never have realized who they were. And I totally get that. They're not in their costumes, although Jubilee kind of is, because her costume is just her mall clothes. But Psylocke is not in her ninja bikini. She's just chilling in a little skirt. They're chilling out in the mansion, having some fun. The idea was, like, I really liked, of all the X-Men comics, I enjoyed the moments where they had downtime, where they weren't fighting Magneto, Apocalypse, or Onslaught, or any of this weird stuff. They were just had time to chill out and play softball and just kind of be regular people for once. So I wanted to kind of capture that moment. Almost caught up. Then using the perspective tool in ProCreate, started adding in some background elements, just something to get going here. Lieutenant Legs, you made some fish. You like constructed a fish from nothing, and then you ate it. That's amazing. Magneto, Pocket Slot, Sentinel. There we go. All right. So that was our last week. So we're going to come back to this in a second. I got to get my directions right, too. And we're going to do some colors on it for a while. But I wanted to do something new. Hopefully to get out of my issues last week where I just couldn't really draw. I want to limber up a little bit. I'm going to do a little warm-up exercise. And I want to do it on every stream. The idea is I have a canvas up there in the upper left that is trading card sized. So I want to, every stream, just go ahead and start drawing something like random circles and blobs, and then hopefully turn it into some kind of portrait to make a little trading card out of. And eventually, once I've collected a bunch, I'll print those and we'll do something with them. We'll have some trading cards. So, cool. What shall it be? I'm going to go ahead and get into my drawn mode here. You got to limber up. Roll that wrist. Blue. I like to sketch with blue. It's a habit I've had since the 90s where people still do it, of course, too, where you draw with blue pencil and then you can pencil or ink over that if you photocopy that, the blue goes away. But nobody photocopies anything anymore. So if you scan it, you can easily select the blue channel and in Photoshop or something and just completely remove it. Here in ProCreate, I'm just gonna remove the layer when I don't need it anymore. So trading card, what is it gonna be? Let's see. I like to draw. Let's do some weird toothy bug guy. How about that? I don't know if he's gonna be cute or gross. What? Let's find out. Let's find out together. Should be a dapper bug dude, maybe like in a nice looking little suit jacket. Now for the warm up trading card type thing, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. I want to try to really quick and loose. Make something here. What? Ah, okay. Give him a little mandible, a little side mandible. What's kind of fun about these little warm-ups is I don't really know what the shapes are going to make. Anything can be kind of become its own deal. A little collar. And I feel like he needs a hand up doing something. Bughead businessman, yeah. What should he be holding? We got people in the chat. Let's crowdsource this. Bughead businessman. He's got a little hand up. What's he gonna be having here? Coffee cup, like world's best dad, world's best bughead. That's debatable. I'll wait a second or two. I know there's about an 8-second delay between my reality and yours. What do I think about start drawing by drawing a ton of 3D boxes as a construction frame? Did you ever try that? I am unaware idea box if you're trying to make a joke here. It's falling flat on me. What do you think about starting it by drawing a ton of 3D boxes as a construction frame? 3D boxes. I mean, it's good if you can create volumetric shapes so you know where your shading is, things like that, more cylindrical stuff. I actually don't do volumetric sketching to start with because I like to practice overlaps. Kind of like, we'll see here, it's really loose, but if I fill up the screen here, you can tell something is in front of something or coming toward you or coming away by following the overlaps. So I try to use just those little half marks to kind of build volume and kind of create that 3D space. I tried doing like cylinders and boxes and I don't know. Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm drawing robots, yeah. But let's see. Coffee cup. He's got to have his little pinky out too. I'll fix it. I'll fix it in the edit. Ooh, antenna. What is he gonna do? Maybe he needs like a man bun, but like antenna. Man buns, those things that nobody has anymore. There we go. All right, maybe he's a little too big in there. I'm gonna squish him down. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing more of these little like actual trading cards. We'll just do like kind of stream of consciousness type stuff, and then we can print them out. Maybe actually make a card set at the end of the year or something. All right, I grabbed the select tool because this weird little lump over here that is indistinct, which is his arm, it's a little too close into the chest here. I'm gonna pop it out. There we go. And you know, because I'm all into positivity, he's gonna be given a big gross thumbs up with this bug hand. Here we go. It's a cool little sketch. I'm going to go into my layer menu, and I'm going to create a new layer where I'm going to be working all my inking in. So layer 1, I'm going to go ahead and rename it in case I get too crazy. We'll call it sketch. Layer 2, ink, even though we're not dealing with ink. Go ahead and get black here. Now, ProCreate, I love the app, but the recent update has changed my favorite brush, and I love the dry ink brush that they have, and it is, I don't know, kind of a cool like ragged look on the lines, and in the new update, it's not as cool anymore. I don't know. I've reverted the brush, and it still isn't behaving the way I enjoy. But I keep using it in case maybe this time it works magically. I might have to go find somebody who has the older version of ProCreate and have them like share the brush over to me or something. But you know, it's funny. I'm watching the chat. Everybody's talking. Everybody, all three of you. You guys know each other. I think you've all met, maybe. Back from the King collab days. I just don't know if I want to mention people's names. You got screen names. I appreciate the fact that you might want to hide behind them. But, all right. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go make sure my line is, or my layer is selected. Let's draw this little smarmy bug dude. Please don't give your social security numbers out. Unless you want to email them to me. That's better. One of my artist friends, Howie, when I first started getting into more actual inking with a brush, I asked him just for some tips because he's fantastic. He just gave me a really quick piece of advice. He just don't make any lines the same thickness. And so when I try to ink, I'll have kind of fatter, thicker lines, and then they'll kind of taper down to nothing. Oh, wait. Do I have my... Yes. I wanted to make sure my brush cursor was on. All right. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. I like this shape. I'm just gonna cleave his face in twain here. Put another little mandible out here. That's something you'll never hear Bob Ross say. One, because he's dead and he can't say anything, but he never once painted mandibles. Happy. There's no mistakes. Just happy little mandibles. Gimli Lorian. Gimli. I never remember how to say your thing, but I know you guys. You guys are calling each other out. Sizzy and Stan. Welcome. This is cool. I haven't seen you guys in a while. You get to just look at my head. All right, here's the man bun. Also, I like doing long, pokey hairs just randomly. That's another fun thing I like to do. Whoop. That one's not good. Not stroking. ProCreate actually added a really cool tapering effect recently. If you go into the brush menu, tap on the brush, there is, where is it? Here-ish. There's where is it? Dang it. I wish I could point at my screen. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, stroke taper. It's dead center of that menu. We have a little sensitivity now. So it works better for people who are doing inking before. The previous version was a little less responsive in tapering and thinning out the end of that stroke. Decided to make the antenna kind of segmented. Is that read? I don't like that. Let's kill it. Kill it. Kill with fire. There we go. Wait, no. Okay. I'm just watching the reunions happen in my chat. It's making me happy. It's cool stuff. Thanks for joining. Happy Little Mandibles. That's a good band name. Maybe it's a better album name. Oh, here's an important question. Would a bug guy be wearing a bow tie or a tie, or would it just be open, letting it all hang out, letting the neck all hang out? A flower tie, in that a flower tie? I don't know if that's a particular cut. Hmm. You know, I'm gonna just gonna let it kind of hang open, I think. Maybe not. Does a half Windsor knot? Little eyelid. So he's a business bug guy, but like, what's his job? Just like middle management bug guy. Sorry, Jesse. I had to have some moderation tools active, and because you said the word porn in porn star, I had to approve the comment. I might still unbutton the collar. Yeah, and like have some gross chest hairs. I feel like I feel like that's more appropriate. Let's do that. There we go. And then if it's unbuttoned, we got to make that shirt so much more larger. Big old collar. Ooh, gross. Bug chest hairs. I don't know if that's going to read well. And sorry about the lack of music. Like I mentioned last week, I'll probably be uploading the archive up to YouTube, and I just don't want to get constant copyright strikes, even though they copyright strike everything these days. So, so I say you are welcome to play your own music in the background. If you'd like to sing, go for it. I don't know. Subtle nuances of bug chest hair. I gotta find out where his neck ends. Back in here. And his carapace, his thorax, or whatever the heck the middle part of a bug is. What are you guys doing on Friday night? I'm drawing bug chest hair. Can't beat that. Sing harder. All right. Oh, I wanted to have a little pinky out. That's right. Ah, corporate drone. It's good. Then let's give him little wings. Let's see. There we go. He is a one-winged angel. Like Sephiroth. I'm going to raise my chair up. All right. Let's draw some bug coffee. So ProCreate has gained this cool ability for a quick shape. It used to just have to be make a quick line where you just draw a line, wait, and it kind of snaps into a straight line. Now you can draw an ellipses or a circle, and it will snap it together as well too. So I'm going to draw this little cup of coffee here. If I wait a second, if I drag in or out or rotate, this helps immensely with drawing things in perspective. Except sometimes when you do an arc. Oh, you know what? In fact, I'll do that. Watch this. I'll make a straight line here. Let it snap. Now, at the top middle, it's tiny, but it says edit shape. Well, it only wants to be a line. Never mind. That's weird. That was going to let me do an arc. Cup of coffee. Jeff Bezos. Yeah, I could see this guy running for president. I mean, why not? Everybody else is friggin' running for president. Zang. There we go. Maybe make the elbow a little bigger. Right. I've embiggened it. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna add considerable additional body hair. Whatever his desk is going on here. Important paperies. Sugar. And get rid of that sketch. Hey, bug guy. Give him some gross nostrils. Sugar in water. Actually, every time I drink water, I think of Vincent D'Onofrio from Men in Black saying that. Sugar in water. I put my hands above my head. Anyway, I like quoting that movie. Or maybe just that part. All right. I think I'm kind of warmed up here. Fun. What are we at? We're at about 40 minutes or so. Man, do I dare color him real quick? I daresn't. I dares. Layer. All right. Quickly paint in. I realize I'm doing this the long way, where instead of just selecting it and filling it like I usually do with a cut and fill, but I kind of want to see how quickly I can paint this up without having to do that. Because, oh man, we're going to be doing so much selecting and coloring here in the next scene. Boy, I tell you what. So right now I'm flatting the artwork, which just means I'm filling in one layer real quick with the flat color that I will then add gradation and shading and such. And green isn't even the color that I will probably stick with. Sometimes I just choose something kind of garish like this so that it pops from the background and I know what I've filled and what I have not. And of course I'm drawing on a different layer, so all of my green is just tucked away behind my line work. He's proud, I think, of his little wing. Doesn't get him off the ground, but gosh darn it. Bughead dude loves it. Cool. All right, so I have my background color. I'm going to swipe with 2 fingers from left to right across, and therefore I lock those pixels. So now I can't color anywhere that isn't this background. So if like I grab some pink, I'm going to try to color out here. It ain't happening. Do you see my little brush cursor? It only colors on the area that I've already drawn on. So I go into my little hue and saturation menu, and I don't know, what would be a good bug color? I was thinking, I'm a sucker for like a turquoise. Or is that that's too Baxter Stockman-y. Let's see. I do like the green. Well, he'll just be a green bug guy. I'm going to start with his skin on the eyes, and then we're going to work our way out to the clothing and the mug and stuff too. So I'm going to switch to my painting tools. I like my little Nico Roll lately. I'm going to get a nice shade of purple. And I'm kind of see about shading this guy up. What have you bugged for me lately? It's just stuck in my head. Okay, so got a little blobby shadow grossness down. Oh, I forgot his little thumb. Little thumb. Chest hair. All right, let's get a highlight color. I say let's, but honestly, I'm doing all the work here. I mean, come on. buddy. Make this wing a little more transparent looking by adding that little white there. Get the top of the hand, top of the fingies. All right, cool, looking kind of gross. Bring some green back into parts of it. There we go. Okay. Let's just start coloring on the same layer. I'm going to use my select tool and I'm going to highlight just the eyeballs. Go. This is one of my favorite things in ProCreate, being able to use the lasso tool with such freedom. I can let up and it hasn't stopped my little lasso action or tried to complete the shape. And I can turn the paper. Also, when I zoom in and rotate and stuff, let me know if the stream is artifacting. Previously, it was having some issues doing that. I do like the big pink eyes. Let's see. Maybe that's a little crazy. Maybe it's a little garish. All right, I'm going to be a cheater. I've selected that area. I'm just going to go to layer and go ahead and fill. Boom, there. That's the short way. There we go. And let me fill. Ah, but I want to keep it. You know what? Hold on. I want to keep it selected, so I will just paint. I'll paint that in. There we go. That way it stays highlighted. Boogers. Okay. Why, thank you. So now the question, we've got the skin, we got the hands, we got the bug eyes and everything. What color suit is this guy gonna have? Because it is about time. I'm gonna get my select tool and I'm gonna highlight everything that is the suit. Although I don't know why I'm going around the coffee cup, since I'm gonna just do that last. Let's just be cheap. Do this. myself into a corner here. Hold on. Sorry about that bug eyes remark. I'll be in my office. Okay, what did I not grab? I think I got it here. I was just quoting Ghostbusters lazily. Burgundy. Ron Burgundy. Well, he's got burgundy eyes. Let's play here. What about like a bright orange? Let's see what that would look like. Oop, that's not bright orange at all. That is. There we go. Huh? I forgot a little piece. Damn it. Forgot a little piece. Hold on, let me back up. I think I gotta just let that be. You like the yellow? If I did a darker orange. I don't know, maybe the yellow was a good choice. I'll keep some underlying green in there, so it'll be kind of gross. There we go. How's that? Now I have all my colors on this separate layer. I'm going to use my two-finger swipe and select and isolate the line art, and we're going to change its color too. I think I want to go with a purple fill. So now it's subtle, but I changed the line art a little purple. Maybe I'll go a little brighter, a little less subtle. Fill. There we go. So now, ooh, maybe that's too bright. There we go. All right, I need to hit some areas with this yellow orangey a lot better. I'm not feeling that. And a little tip of the shoulder, that's what I forgot to select earlier. All right, now get some purple. Let's try and get some shadow in here. Just a little muddy. Muddy. Okay. Okay. Now I'm starting to just overwork it, so we're gonna keep going. Bring some of that texture back in. And give him a kind of a little white collar. I think that will let that look a little separate. You can tell it's actually a little undershirt here. But some of the green is on there. That's awesome. It would be dirty, I assume. He's doing laundry a lot. New Zealand. He's a bug there. I don't know, South African. South African bug. All right, let's get a coffee cup. I'm gonna select that guy. As for why you picture him having that accent, I think that says more about you than this bug guy. Oh, hi, Jack. Welcome. I didn't see you there. Your words are purple. Now we're gonna shade the inside of the cup. All right, let's play with the line art a little bit more. Now that we've got some more colors, I'm going to select my lines. Let's see what we could do. I'm a little red. Green lines, maybe. I think that makes sense. It's kind of gross, right? All right, let's throw a background in there and get close to calling this done. Let's see. Hey, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. See you later, Izzy. I'm gonna blow my nose here. Hold on 1 second. You get to enjoy my my be right back. So I'll be right back. Give me a second. And I'm back. Drum bugs. All right, I threw that background down there. I'm not too super sold on that background, but I'm gonna cycle through some options here. People. Yeah, all right. Maybe a little purpley. Am I still back on? Trying to make my be right back auto mute, and it isn't. And my hotkey for muting isn't working at the moment, so that's great. So you probably heard the rustle of my wonderful tissues. All right. Purple. But I will bring some of that turquoise in a different way. I like to use the Nico roll to fill a background real quick, and then I go into my spray paints, and I have paint flicks. And I'm just going to tap a little bit. Just bring in a little bit of splits. There we go. Cool. Let's see. Dare I try? Get some orange up in there. No, no, I don't like it. No, sir. Don't like it. It's like a Saved by the Bell colors. That is what that reminds me of. So let's just go with it. Let's get some pink. It's not random enough. There we go. All right. Then we gotta get this table. Select those little papers. Hey, just curious. I should ask a question. Those of you who are watching, where are you watching it on? Is it a phone? Is it a TV? You sit in front of the computer? Am I just in the background? Should I be talking more while you're doing other stuff? Sugar. All right. Some of those. Some of these lines are a little fat. Kingdom Hearts 3. That's what everybody's doing on a Friday night. Everybody's playing, man. You know, I'm the only person in the world who doesn't have an Xbox or the PS4 to play it on. I'm hoping maybe they put it on Switch. That's currently my newest thing. Dude, double stream. Double up. Nobody needed that. Did Goofy say a swear? For yuck? Guys, I think we got a bug. I'm going to call this little bug warm-up done. I'm going to sign it real quick, which is always funny because I don't know what my signature is anymore. So I just do it another layer so I can draw it 500 times. Oh, I should make it white though, so it's really easy to see. That works. Where do I want it? Where do I want it? I gotta put it small. If I'm actually gonna print these out, I gotta get that signature someplace where it's not gonna be bled out. There we go. That's fine. Okay, what is going on? It's acting like it is selected, but it is not. Nothing is highlighted. Exit real quick. Come back. Hopefully that weirdness goes away. They do look like dice. Maybe, dude, maybe it's not sugar cubes. Maybe he is rolling dice, and that is his character. This is one angle. That was the twist in the story for tonight. Is that it's not business bug. It's D&D bug. Cool. And guys, I really appreciate you listening. Like I said, I'm still trying to work out technical kinks, and I'm working off of internal microphone, internal camera for right now. But I'm looking into getting a nice mic stand and a camera on a gooseneck stand, so I can film actual inking and painting and things that are not iPad. Which I want to get back into doing more. I've been doing a lot of digital stuff lately. Like water, digital water. All right, one last little thing, and then I will move on. feel like it just needs a little bit of white at the top, like a little halo effect. I'll pop a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit. Cool. Well, there's our little trading card. We'll see what comes of this dude. I feel like it's a missed opportunity to not draw on this mug. What should be on this mug? I'm going to take a sip of water and wait about 8 seconds and wait for the stream to catch up. I love my water bottle keys out. What's on the coffee cup? I'm going to make it steam here in the meantime. Oh, yeah? I should totally put my signature on the cup. Wow, that's why you get paid the big bucks. Hold on. Duh. Duh. Signature really sucks, though. What even is it? Let's do a different one. What is life? What is my signature? There we go. Nope. Nope. Try again. Okay. Not terrible. Raise it up a little bit. Yay! That was a brilliant idea. Thank you. That was awesome. That's why I'm streaming. Okay. Bug guy is done. Let's watch a quick little time lapse because that's always fun. Journey of the Bug Man. Maybe I should have give him a bigger snoot. There's 6 people watching, but maybe 4 who's talking. Well, if you're watching, just say hey. No pressure. Coloring. You invited a few other people. Well, cool, cool. Mysterious people. Sorry about the water. Gotta stay hydrated. Cool. Bug dude. Well, let me come back to this. Let's see. Before we get back into drawing Jubilee and stuff, if you're just tuning in, I have some things to plug while you're here. I make enamel pins and comics and zines and all kinds of things. And I have 2 stores right now. I have gregfreelandart.etsy.com. Just opened up Etsy at the behest of lots of people. And I've had bigcartel.gregfreeland for a while, back when I first started doing shirts and everything. And I don't know, I keep both. I'm starting to like Etsy a little bit more, but I know there are people who are just not into the Etsy thing. They're not into what they stand for. So I have options for you. But yeah, I try to make every month or so a new enamel pin, and that is because of my wonderful patrons. So you might have noticed the little at the bottom of the screen there is patreon.com/gregfreeland. They've been helping donate some money so that I can start to churn out and design more of these pins every month and do cool things like stream and buy equipment to stream and all of the above. If you're unfamiliar with Patreon, it's kind of a not like Kickstarter where you donate one sum, but you kind of subscribe to somebody, and you can be a patron at as little as $1, and the dollar amount even allows you to vote in the different polls I have for what kinds of fan art we do. And every Friday I've been doing them for the past 2-3 weeks or so. Put out a poll, and then I draw it live. And so you are seeing the result of what was chosen. Once I get back to my camera, there we go. 2 weeks ago, we did Reptar on Ice. Reptar, not just Reptar, but Reptar on Ice. It was fun. And we're going to jump into drawing Jubilee and Psylocke. So this is the big, we did some coloring with our little bug guy, but now this is kind of the big show here. I have several layers. All right. I'm going to highlight all of my sketchy stuff, group it up, hide it away. And I'm going to work kind of from the back forward on this one. I'm going to color the figures with kind of a cool early 90s bright aesthetic. But I want the little danger room type place they're in to look a little cool as well. Cool as in blue, not dude, cool. I mean, I hope it looks cool, but whatever. I'm going to grab my background color, and I'm going to choose just like a cool gray for starters. Let's see. Okay. And I'm going to go crazy with layers. I'm going to start with Psylocke over here. And I'm going to start with a kind of a weird pink base color. And I will be doing my select tool rather than painting it in, just to kind of get this shape down a little faster. So like I was saying, I have a little poll going every week about what we should draw for Fan Art Friday, and this is maybe week 3 of doing that thing. So just trying to get more in the flow of creating weekly, but drawing things that maybe I don't think about kind of puts me out of my comfort zones. Like Reptar. I would never have drawn Reptar of my own volition. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go around the whole shape here. I mean, I love me some Reptar, but First you get the sugar. Just realized there was a sack of sugar sitting above my head. Like you do. Okay. Fill that layer. There is Psylocke. And I'm going to name it Psy. Ooh, not pay. Psy. Base. I'm going to do my 2-finger swipe and lock those pixels so that I cannot draw on the outside of it. I'm going to do another layer. Let's get Jubilee. Again, I'm talking like everybody knows who these characters are. I mean, of the 4 of you who are there, I'm pretty sure you know who Jubilee and Psylocke are. What of the future generations who watch this on archive? I'll cheat across the controller. I'll do the controller as a separate layer later on. So this process, by the way, what I'm doing is called flatting, where you just fill the characters in and the objects with flat colors. And they might not even be the colors you'll end up using, but almost like a paper doll, we need it to build everything that's going to come next. And so in the comic industry, there's actually a whole job title where this is all people do. They just select an area, fill it. And in some cases, the flatters pass it on to a colorist who then does all the maybe the more involved color design, color choices, and gradations and shading and mood and aesthetics. But to speed up, like we're talking about monthly books, like any kind of Marvel or DC thing, they got to work at a pretty brisk pace. So sometimes you'll have somebody, this is their whole job, tracing the lines that other folks have drawn and then just filling it in. I really like using the iPad for coloring for this reason. I can quickly select, move, and reposition without losing my lasso tool or having it auto-complete a shape. I dig it. If I wanted to, I could just tap and it does like a polygonal selection. So I can just go to the edge of the finger, tap, tap, tap. But sometimes if I tap too quickly, it does close the shape and I have to go and undo or remake it. There we go, complete. fill. There we go. Rename this one Jubilee. There we go. Base. All your base are belong to us. All right, I'm going to do a little two-finger swipe and isolate those colors too, so now I can't go anywhere else. All right, I'm going to erase actually inside of the laces here. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to start continuing to flat. This is kind of the dry part of this where I'm just going to be tracing a lot of things. So I'm going to do every article of clothing and then every object kind of on its separate layer so I can control that. So let's start with Jubilee. I'm going to go in and make a layer, and I'm going to select her shirt. And I can be a little sloppier with it because the hoodie and everything will come last. So I can kind of cheat and not have to select everything in that particular area. There we go. And I kind of created a little palette earlier, so I can quickly pop in some clothing. Here we go. It starts. Now that same color I'm going to use for her glasses too. These big giant pink sunglasses. Right. Then we want to do above that, we'll do the, usually she wears a big yellow raincoat kind of thing, but I turned it into a hoodie because I love hoodies. I have no idea what I'm going to draw. Most likely we'll draw a girl in a hoodie. It's a crutch, man. I'll draw a girl in a hoodie or a weird bug businessman. Buzzness, man. Right? Right. And then it's kind of off this shoulder, so I'm going to follow this contour. Come up around the shorts. Oh, I have a tangent right there. Ugh. By the way, tangent is when... Hold on, let me fill it in. Tangent is when unconsciously you've made two things kind of touch or come to a point that is just visually distracting. In this case, I have a good tangent going from the hoodie itself right to a wrinkle in the shorts. Let me finish this and I'll show you what I mean. I gotta fix that because it drives me nuts. Hold on, let me fill this. I gotta fix the fill. So right here, you can see now that I've colored it, the raincoat or the hoodie, the curvature goes right into a wrinkle on the shorts. Drives me nuts. So we're going to fix that. I'm going to go back to her inks, and I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to make it cut in a different spot here. Tangents, right there. That difference where it's not touching exactly, but it's just kind of off to the side a little bit makes me so much happier. Now, all is well. There we go. All right, shorts. Shorts. Again, colors kind of subject to change. We're just kind of laying everything out here. Hair. Whenever I draw hair, man, I'll leave all these open, wispy areas. And when I go to color, I don't know exactly where the hair is all the time. Like right here, this mess. Look at this. Where it stops right here, keeps going. Again, thanks for tuning in and spending some time with me. I mean, this is stuff that I would be doing on my own. But now I can kind of take something that's a little solitary and private and get to hang out with people while I draw. I'm going to hide this right behind the glasses. There we go. Hair. Let's see. Let's just do like a dark blue for now. Bam. And oh no, it's above the glasses. What do we do? My glasses. Guys, I'll just quote The Simpsons for days. So now I'm using a little pencil and going over the wisps a little bit, making it look a little sketchier, I guess. There we go. Gotta get the little eyebrow right there. There we go. All right. You know, since the coat is yellow, let's go ahead and add to that. And I'll just do the earrings in the same fashion. Jubilee wears earrings. Let's say Jubilee. Yep. I wish I had that confidence. Just wear my name on my ears. All right, shoes, socks. More socks. Okay, shoes. Hey, everybody who's playing Kingdom Hearts. Is it good? Does it kind of live up to the hype? Is it still frustrating and weird as hell? Did they make it more fun? Shoes. Okay, we got some like Converse or some Chucks or something. What should we do? Red Chucks with pink? Is that gonna work? Ew, no. 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 Maybe something bluey. Purpley. Desaturate it. And desaturate it, maybe lighten it up a little bit. Light purple? It's so Jack says Kingdom Hearts 3 is frustratingly weird and beautiful. That's how I describe David Lynch movies, which is like my favorite thing. Looks like they added some cool things in there, like the Keyblade transforms into different things. That's got to be kind of cool. Missed part of the shoe. Stacking pastries. Dude, I'm in. All right, and I did give her little finger gloves. That's what this thing is. All right, get over here. Fill. All right. We'll change later. We'll just decide on colors later. All right. Cool. For the most part, Jubilee is flatted. Now, my style is weird. I should really clean this up, like these sketchy little lines and folds, but I don't know. I kind of like them. Oh, tangent. Tangent spotted. Right here. Tangent. Tangent killed. Tangent spotting. Starring Ewan McGregor. And tangents. Alright. So this is all Jubilee, all these different layers. So I'm gonna select all of them by swiping all the way down to the base. I can group, and we will call this tubes. Don't correct me. There we go. Okay. Collapse it. So now all those colors are grouped together. I can hide and show them at will. We'll get to shading here soon. All right, now I gotta go do the same thing for Psylocke. I'm gonna start with her hair this time. All right, gotta get this side. There we go. Did I get the bottom? No, I did not. Actually, the color I'm on is a good Psylocke hair color. But it is hidden behind that layer. There we go. Betsy Braddock. She's got some purple locks for sure. Everyone's favorite British mutant brain swapped into a ninja body that can form psychic knives. You know, the huge. All right. Cool. Hair. Jack, have you played all of Kingdom Hearts? All of the weird side stories? Or just the main, like 1 and 2? I know when I ask you a question, you got to stop playing and then type something. So to cut out this piece I painted in here. So I gotta say, I actually did research some clothing. My idea was that this particular scene is happening in the maybe mid to late 90s. We're saying 95 to 97 ish. And I looked up Delia's catalog. It's a a girl's like clothing catalog back in the day. But it's such a great time capsule into what people were wearing, I guess, at the time. And if you can find that, just Google that or go on Tumblr if that's a thing that people do. But look up Delia's and then put in a year, like 92, 94. You get some cool images. So about 97 or so, there was a trend of doing like bowling pants, like plaid pants, or little short skirts with tops that just had lines. Good old lines. So that's what I put Psylocke in. She is not in her ninja bathing suit, but she's just kind of chilling out in some everyday wear. There was a web browser game for Kingdom Hearts. That's weird. Ah, crap. You know what? I gotta reselect that. Well, congratulations. You are dedicated. Was it worth it? Like the browser game? It seems like such a throwaway thing. Like that, you can't really reach too many people with that. I assume that maybe something amazing revealed. Just a yes or no. I wouldn't expect you to spoil or do any of that stuff in chat. Spoiler alert. Idea box, did I lose you? You still out there? Let's just do this. Feel. RuneScape, both keyblades. Wouldn't that? I mean, I could Google this stuff, but you know, I'm busy. When was that? I really don't even remember hearing about a browser-based game. Let's see. Well, thanks for hanging out, Jesse. You got a long day. And you helped me a lot, actually. Yeah, putting my signature on that. And yeah, maybe he's a dice rolling bug guy. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. I didn't cut out this little section here between the arms. I I think she's already won. Uh, Not winning, but she just did. She seems really pleased with herself. What I haven't done and haven't drawn yet that I will probably do last is the psychic effect that Psylocke does whenever she's using her telepathic abilities or creating her kinetic blasts and kinetic knives. She has like a butterfly motif that kind of appears over her face. So I was going to kind of put that over there in that little empty space, but that'll be on a layer above everything when I'm good and almost done here. Well, cool. Yeah, you're getting kind of bedward. I'm getting kind of bedward too. Gosh, it's. I'm gonna continue flatting this out, and I might just have time to just do flats, and then we'll do a part two. Man, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. I don't know how often. I should definitely be doing this more often. I'll ask you guys. I mean, is it obnoxious to keep streaming constantly? Every time I do stuff, should I just get on camera? All right, I got the people. There wasn't much going on there with the Psylocke, was there? Oh, I forgot her choker. And I gotta erase those lines that go through that choker. All right, go back to my line art, erase some stuff. Well, cool. I'm glad that the capture is working well. What I did my very first stream test with OBS, I'm using OBS and I'm using an iPad hooked up through QuickTime to capture it into my Mac. And there's all these steps. And whenever I would zoom in or rotate, it just became a garbled nonsense mess. And it could have been, it was fine live. And then when I uploaded the stream, it got artifacted and compressed on the YouTube side. But that's all I have left to see about it. Well, thank you, Lieutenant Legs. Thanks for hanging out. It has been some time, about 2 hours. That's what I've been averaging on these streams so far. I'm gonna keep going and just see where I end up. But I might cut it here in the next hour, depending on how much further I need to go. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. But you have a good night, sir. Thank you for hanging out. All right, let's group Psylocke up. Name that group. Uh-oh. No, we're good. Okay. I have like 3 me's on the screen, and I don't know which. I don't even know who I am. There's past me, future me, everything. Okay, now I've got my characters. I need to create a layer above them. And I'm going to work on this PlayStation 1 that they're playing. Again, I mentioned that it was about 96-ish, I think, 97. In my head canon. Let's talk about X-Men, whoever is left. X-Men was something that I was really into when I first started reading comics, and they were on Saturday mornings and afternoons and just all over the place. And it was such a thing. But now you don't really hear about them, and I have not been pleased with the last stint of movies, all the First Class era, and not that fun. Big fan of the characters, but it's always tough to see them just so oddly represented. But speaking of X-Men and stuff, is there a particular character in the lore that you guys like really identify with or just enjoy? Um, doesn't have to be like people who are on X-Men, like the team, but maybe just some weird mutants in that world. Because oh my gosh, there are gobs of them. Dude, I got Doritos. Good night, Jack. Thanks for hanging out or letting me run the background while you're playing some games. And like I said, this is the flatting portion of this is, man, it's not thrilling television. It is the longest part of doing digital coloring, which is why I think people just paint stuff in and just go to town. But I'm so indecisive, and I like to be able to control stuff to just a ridiculous extent. So I will set up a ridiculous amount of layers so that I can tweak them and isolate them and shade on them. And I said shade, not the other thing. Shade on them. I'm literally tracing a chord. How exciting. I love my PlayStation 1, man. It was the first system I bought with my own money. Previous ones, like my Nintendo original NES, was something me and my sister both saved up for. She saved up maybe more money than me, so it was more her system than mine. And then my Super Nintendo was my like a Christmas gift. The PlayStation was the first thing I saved up my pennies and got. I remember I went to the Air Force Academy base at the time. I had what are you, a military ID, and I could go on base and use the BX and get like some tax-free stuff. So I got my PlayStation on base to save a little bit of coin. And it was the version that just barely predated the DualShock, so it did not have the analog, the dual analog sticks that are still on them to this day. And man, I don't know, I love that look of that PlayStation controller without those little knobs there. One of my favorite ones. And my original PlayStation no longer works. I took great care of it, boxed it up all the time, and when I moved into my current location, it just didn't turn on anymore. My brother-in-law gave me a loaner PS1, or just gifted me one, and it had an issue. It would turn on, but it wouldn't. You couldn't use the controller port or the memory card port. Nothing would work. So I had two non-working PS1s. I tried to Frankenstein them together. I took them apart, took the memory card ports from one, tried to put it on the other one, and it didn't work. So one just has some logic board failure. The other one can't use any controllers on it. So I got to get me a new PS1. I did pick up the PS1 Classic. It was on the Amazon Treasure Truck. And I'm like, well, I have the NES Classic and the SNES Classic. Why not get this? And guys, it's kind of sad. Nobody wants PS Classic. Game choices were kind of weird. God, the menu lacks fun. It was such a rushed, missed opportunity. I think they were just trying to get that Christmas gift. Right? Is that when it came out? Was it before Christmas? Or was it after? I don't remember. All right, controllers. These will be the games down here. We got some soda cans, some popcorn. Well, now I'm down to 2 viewers. I would love to know who you are. Just say hey in the chat. Or keep hanging out. That's fine. Let me create some new layers for my cans here. It's gotta be like a Mountain Dew or something. Mountain Dew and Doritos is still gamer fuel. I'll just make these bright, ugly, or orange. Yeah, just totally orange. Green. Some Dorito bag. Little crumblies. Greasy snack foods and video games. Why do those go together? It's so gross. I'll just code these orange real fast. Oops. Forgot this dude. Popcorn bowl. I don't know. So weird. You think, like, what's the color choice for just this random arbitrary object? Oh well, we'll figure it out. Whoa. There we go. Fill. And then behind, oh no, in front of that, we're going to do popcorn. Gross, buttery, super butter popcorn. Now I just have the Kingdom Hearts theme song in my head. Which is actually kind of a decent segue. I, like everybody else on the planet, I think I want to play video games and stream them. But my reasons would be, I'm not looking to get 1 million viewers and make a living out of that. I think I have a pretty large video game collection that I have just assembled throughout years of enjoying video games. Like I mentioned, I've had my NES to current. I'm just shy of having things like a PS4 or an Xbone. So I have years and years and generations of consoles and systems and all the games that go with it. And I don't do much with it. It kind of sits. It's all posed, and I have a whole gaming room, and it's all set up where I can play any system I want, pop in a game. I don't play very often, and it's because I miss playing in the same room with friends. It was always a big kind of an enjoyable living room experience, much like this thing I'm drawing here. When you could, throw shade on the person next to you, or get in deep into a really good cooperative game and just kind of enjoy being in proximity, taking those random soda breaks and things. But I want to play games online, but I want to go through my collection because I'm on the cusp of maybe selling it, just getting rid of stuff because I barely use it. But if I pick a game, play through it, and then I can get out my stories, like where did that game come from, and um, what things happened while I was playing it, etc. And then just have it for posterity. Just post it online, have it archived so that if I ever do sell my collection, I can go back and kind of replay it. Or I just keep it all. But if I play, I'll probably be doing different nights. I'll be doing art stuff on other nights too. All right, we're almost done flatting. I promise. Do these little CD jewel cases. All right. I'm just going to make them drab for now because I'm going to drop in a picture of what I'm going to drop in the box art on what game they're playing here. And then I think lastly, let's get this giant monitor. It's a big giant tube TV because, man, we weren't quite there yet. With our flat screens. Oh, though they did have like Shiar crazy future technology. Oh well, tube TV it is. I'm losing my mind here all of a sudden. All right, I'm going to go all the way to the back. I'm going to kind of flat out the ground as a separate layer and the walls. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I think it'll help me out here. Okay. There we go. I gotta name these or I'm gonna lose it. Back wall. It's gonna be darker, so I'm gonna select the base color I used, or I'm gonna try to. There we go. Darken that up. Fill. Okay. Let's select the ceiling. A little brighter than it was. Yuck. Actually, maybe I'll just leave it like that. That's a decent color. We'll just fill it with that same color. Call this ceiling. Back wall. Brighten that up a little bit since the cathode rays. Lightening up that area. All right, fill that in. There we go. Okay, well, we have some flattened art. And it only took an hour and a half. So cool. More to come. I think we're going to pause here for tonight, and we'll come back and keep working on it. I did enjoy doing the little warm-up. I want to keep doing those maybe faster and faster. I spent, I think, 30 minutes on that. I'm still testing out different things to try. So we will definitely do those and probably turn them into actual trading cards next time. So if you enjoyed any or all of this, hey, subscribe. When I go live, of course, you'll be notified. At the beginning is when I'll be doing those warm-ups, and I'm going to be using suggestions from the chat to help kind of liven that up. So if you want to jump into the fun and help me draw some stuff, that'll be cool. Otherwise, like I said, I've got my store, my Etsy, but Patreon is going to be really helpful as well. My goal is to move into doing art full-time, and right now it's just kind of tough to do that, to jump away from my day job. So I want to keep streaming, and I want to keep making cool stuff, and I want to keep hanging out with you guys. So check out that website, patreon.com. And of course on Twitch, I'm IndecisiveDevice, and on YouTube is where I'll be archiving all of the streams as well. So I'll be all over the place. So well, thanks for coming out, and maybe next week. See you then. All right. Bye, guys.